So let's talk about navigating in a form. Again, forms is really different than docs, sheets, and slides. So let's look at what is available to you. So you've got a menu bar right here, which is pretty typical, but your options are different because you are in a form. And underneath that, you have a row of actions that you can take. And based on what you're clicked on is what your screen's going to look like. So you'll see right now I'm clicked on editing questions. If I want to change the theme, which we will talk a little bit more about later, I can click on here and you'll see that I get my themes. If I want to view the responses, we'll talk about that in a little while. I can click here. Or if I want to see what my form looks like right now, I can click here. It's going to open me a new tab for me. And this is what the people are going to see that I want to actually complete my form. So remember that with a form, you've got two sides. You've got the creation side where you're making the form, and then you've got the side where your responders are going to look at it and actually respond to your form. So keep in mind that there are two sides to each form. Just click through your menu bar. You'll click on these, you'll get different options, and we'll talk more about those in upcoming videos. I do want to point out right here, you have options for form settings. This is going to default to being blank, but you can require a UA Schools login, and if you do that, this is going to limit who can access it, and people who have access to it have to be logged into their UA Schools account to access the form. If you have different pages, and we're not going to talk about that in this video, but we will later, this will show progress. So if you have 4 pages at the end of the first one, you'll be 25% through. It'll give a little bar at the bottom to show responders how they're progressing through your form. This only allows 1 response per person, means they do it once and they're done. They can't go back in and give you another response. Depending on the data you're getting and what you're going to use that data for, this might be an option you want to turn on or not. So think about the intended use of your data. Shuffle question order. I don't use this very often, but it's going to do just what it says. It's going to take your questions and move them around. So if you have kids sitting next to each other taking an assessment with a Google form, this is a good option. Just keep in mind that a Google form is very different than your docs, slides, and sheets. And if in doubt, just click on something to find out what it does.